Hello and welcome. I have the Dwarfs out. Oh no, Juno was gonna chew on the phone. But yeah, welcome to a new vlog, I guess. Hi. Hello. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, so yeah, the only thing I know for sure, there's two things I know for sure that are gonna happen in this vlog. One is gonna be its own separate video, but I will show some of it. And the other is definitely happening in the next couple days, which is that I'm moving the Dwarfs into, I don't know if I can show it, that cage that Baker and Barbara used to live in. They're gonna get moved into there, out of Cappy's room. We did discuss it, and she's ready to not have, oh, they're so interested in my phone. Oh dear, oh dear. And she's ready to not have rats in her room. She's got a new cubie that she wants to fill with comic books. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing that in a couple of days, which actually works out because that would have been their normal cage cleaning day, so I get to just move them back in. Georgia's going nuts. And the other thing is that I'm going to be picking up some babies. So yeah, I'll show you footage of the babies, but by the time this comes out, their intro video should have already been up. I'm gonna post it as like a bonus video just because otherwise I don't know when it would. They're on the phone. They're on the phone. I don't know when it would pop up. The only other thing I wanted to talk about for the intro of this is that I've been seeing a lot of posts and comments lately of people basically, how do I want to say, talking shit about people who stop owning rats once their rats pass away. And there's one in particular that really got me upset because it was very manipulative. Hi, Juno Momo. Hi, Juno Momo. Do you see her? Look how tiny she is. Hi, Juno Momo. Hi, baby. Because it was manipulative. It was very manipulative, and it was mean, and it was from a person who I know for a fact does this kind of crap all the time and is very superior and just is not the kindest person when it comes to people needing a break of any kind. So yeah, and it was basically trying to use a person's grief over their dead rats to force them into getting more rats, and using phrases like give up, which implies that if you stop owning rats it's because you're just too weak to keep going. And it just really irritated me, because just because you can keep owning rats, just because I've had rats for 15 years does not mean I love rats more than someone who's had them for less time or had to take a break. It does not mean that I am somehow better. And that's always the vibe I get from these kinds of posts, is that someone feels superior because they've had rats for a long time and they keep going even when other people can't. And I just dislike that so greatly. No part of me believes that I love my rats more than Cappy loved her rats, because she loved her rats. And it hurt too much when they passed away. Not everyone handles grief the same way. Not everyone handles the stress of owning pets the same way. Not everyone handles change the same way. And all three of those things are things that happen with rats very frequently. And that does not make someone else weak. They're not giving up. They are not throwing in the towel. They are saying that that part of their life is done, and that is fine. And I know it's a very heated thing to start a vlog with, but it's just, I've been seeing it a lot lately. I think in part because Emiology's decided to stop owning rats, and in part because some people are just like that, but it is, it's getting to me. I'm very annoyed. All right, so currently I'm gonna dump the intro cage's bedding. Normally I try to salvage as much of the bedding as I can, or the substrate. But because of what happened with Barber, I don't want to put any of this bedding into their cage and confuse them, because his scent is all over these Santa chips and the stage 1 intros, so I'm just dumping them. And then I'm going to wipe them down with a baby wipe to get rid of the dust. So that's what I'm doing. And then tomorrow we're going to be setting up the Dwarfs in my room and the new baby cage, which will go in here. Which you guys should have already seen, because that's going to be a video. But I also, can you hear me in here?
Yeah, well, I can hear you.
I also wanted to Well, this also real quick illuminates the different stages. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So you can kind of see the size difference between each stage. And then after this, they go into a single.
We would like to take this opportunity to remind people that the blue and green one are not acceptable for everyday living.
No, and this is acceptable for 2 standard-sized rats to live in. Technically, I personally would I like to keep my standard as something bigger than this, but this is technically large enough for 2. So, they also, Preview makes one that's even bigger than this. It's almost the same size as a Critter Nation, except shorter, I think. I don't.
Shorter. They like to climb, though.
They do like to climb, but it's not necessary.
Excuse me?
But I did want to talk briefly about something. I'm talking about it now because it's easier for me. So Orville, Lauren's still around. She's as stable as she's going to get. Orville, so if you've been here a while, you might remember that Orville had a tumor back like 4 months ago, I think. And I got it removed, and she had like a ton of complications. She still has those complications. Her abscesses never stopped. And so when she developed a second tumor, not even, I think, 2 full months after her first, I opted not to get it removed. And it has gone to the point where it's quite large. And it's starting to catch on things in the cage and kind of drag on the ground when she's walking. And it's making it difficult for the abscesses to heal because of where it is. It's kind of pushing on the location of her abscesses. So I've gone ahead and made her an appointment to be euthanized on Friday. Today is Wednesday. Because I'd rather let her go now than make her suffer worse. Because she still has she's still happy now. And it's only going to get worse from here. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because, you know, I mentioned in my last video, a lot of my rats are getting kind of old. And so this is, ignore that. So this is happening a lot with me recently, but I do still think it's important to talk about it and mention it. And the reason why I'm choosing to put her to sleep, which is that I just think it's the best thing for her. So.
Well, it's dangerous.
Yeah, if you let a tumor get too big, it has the chance of rupturing, or what's the correct word?
Necrotic?
It can turn necrotic too. There's a different word for rupturing that I cannot remember right now, but basically if you notice if your rat has a tumor and you don't know when to put him to sleep, but you've noticed that their hair has started to thin, or the tumor is starting to darken or turn red, that is a sign that it's getting ready to rupture.
That's what happened with Grant.
Yeah. So...
Not the rupturing.
No, it didn't rupture. But if you notice that, the kindest thing is to get them to the vet as soon as possible to let them go.
The thing is, when it's dragging, there's metal bits in that cage, and it could tear, and it would be terrible for her.
I've had a rat that had a tumor I don't think it ruptured because it was very small, and it didn't have any signs of getting to that point. But I do think, hi Cujo, in a scuffle was my best guess, or it got caught on something. It ended up getting torn open, and it was bad. It was not pretty. So I do think it's best you'll often hear vets say better a day early than a day too late. And, you know, I agree with that. So while I would love it if Orville could be here forever, I have decided to go ahead and let her go. But yeah, so that's why I'm talking about it in the middle of the video as opposed to doing a sit down afterward, because it's very hard for me to talk about at certain points. It just depends. The first breakdown I have is usually when I make the call.
I think we've just had a lot of sit-downs lately.
Yeah, and I hope you guys understand why I didn't want to do another sad sit-down. And I just wanted to talk about it. We have chocolate cake, so I'm going to give her some chocolate cake tonight. And then I'll probably give her something else tomorrow. Cappy's been giving her a couple nuts today.
Yeah, I guess she got some cashews or something.
Yeah. So while I'm not thrilled to be making another announcement like this, this is just part of rat ownership, especially when you have as many as I do. So yeah, that's the update. Do you have anything to say?
We're gonna make nice jars for Orville and Barber, and
yeah, we went to the crystal shop again.
Yeah, we still have to do Lockley and Grants. I just haven't wanted to, I guess. I don't think it's been a month, right? I'm still all torn up about it in a big bad way, so I didn't want to make the jars.
Yeah.
We have a lot of flower petals, though, for all 4
and Kathy's
dang
gonna
jars.
make a little Pop-Tart charm for Barber because he loves stealing my breakfast.
Yeah, I bought Sarah molding clay for Christmas that I'm gonna end up using. But it should work just fine. I can make him a Gershel Pop-Tart or a little cookies and cream Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, and obviously I'm going to include some baby footage, so it's not all sad right now. Just some sad.
Yeah.
Alright, the Dwarfs are now in this cage, which is Baker and Barbara's old cage. I did a very similar setup to the one they had in Cappy's room, just because I didn't want to stress them out too much. Hi! So their wheel is back there. We have baskets. We have the spiderweb hammock. We have a normal hammock in the back there. The space pod, the door hammock, which they love. I might actually need to move that down a little bit. That might be a little too high for them, even though there's a bridge right there. But I'll tackle that later. If I don't see them in the door hammock within the next week, I will move it down. But yeah, they're back in my room and they're currently just exploring. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, look at her. She's so happy. Look at her. Oh, look at her. I'm hoping they enjoy being in here again because I did miss having them. I miss seeing their little faces in the morning. Oh, they seem so excited. Oh, my little darling angels. Look at you. Look at you.
Maybe I should have heated up the X-Acto knife. I guess I still could.
It would ruin the X-Acto knife.
Well, the tip's broken off, so it's already ruined.
She's trying to figure out my nebulizer.
Yeah, I need
She's the crafty one.
That's so funny, but I don't think of myself as crafty. But I'm gonna just heat up. I should try and heat up the X-Acto knife, and then
since it's already ruined.
Yeah, and just because all I need to do is make it hot enough to poke through.
Yeah.
So I guess I might as well. I didn't want to use. I guess I'm gonna use one of our emergency lighters because I'm always worried about wasting it. But.
So this is Cappy's cage, or I guess it's not your cage anymore, huh? Oh, technically, I guess I did purchase this for her, but yeah. So we're gonna move this into the other room. This is her space pod, which I'm gonna clean, but she's gonna keep for sentimental purposes. Definitely needs to be cleaned though. And then Cappy's going to put in a cubie. I think she's still getting lighters.
Yeah, I'm nervous about using, because it'll use up a lot of fuel to do this, so we'll have to get a replacement emergency.
Okay, I can do that. But anyway, Cappy's going to put in a new cubie to complete her set.
Yeah, I'm going to have a whole bunch of space soon.
Yeah, we're moving that today because I'm getting babies in a couple days, which you guys should already know. Don't do this at home, kids. Bye. Oh my god, the dwarfs are staring right at me. Anyway, hi. Another update real quick. So today I'm going to go pick up the babies. Again, they should have their own dedicated video out already, but I will try to get a little footage for this vlog just because I'm sure you guys want to see them again. I'm just taking a little break before I do some cage maintenance and make myself really sweaty. And I think I'm going to play with the dwarfs a little bit because they are staring at me. They are staring so hard. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little update. Orville is gone now, so I do want to mention that. I said goodbye to her yesterday. And I don't really want to talk about it right now because I don't want to cry on camera again. But yeah, everyone's doing pretty good. The dwarves have been in here for a couple of days and they are loving it. I kind of feel bad because they're so bonded to me that they were just not very interested in Cappy, which is great for me, their owner, who they love. Not so great for Cappy, who wanted some dwarf attention. But yeah, the only other update is Curtains had a little bit of a bad choking incident. Rats actually choke a lot more frequently than people think they do. And this was probably one of the worst ones I've had. I had a rat who had a stroke. I suspect she had a stroke. And choking can be a symptom of a stroke. But anyway, she choked on anything that wasn't liquid. So like, it wasn't necessarily something I wasn't used to saying. It did freak me out a little bit just because it happened so suddenly. I didn't know what was going on at first. And after what happened with Barbie, I was just a little freaked out. But once I realized it was in fact choking, I did calm down a lot because there's not much you can do. And rats are very good at getting the piece of food out themselves. So as long as their airways aren't blocked, you just kind of let it go. And you know, you see how it goes. But Cappy, poor Cappy, around the time the choking started, we don't know what caused it because we weren't there when it started. But we do know based on the timelines that it was around when I fed them dinner, and Cappy happened to give Curtains a cashew. A little tiny piece of cashew. And she's convinced that that's what did it, and she feels so guilty, like it's all her fault, and I can't convince her otherwise. We don't even know it was the cashew. But yeah, I'm just gonna play with the dwarves a little bit, and then I'll show you guys some footage of the babies, and we'll go from there. I got a new office chair because mine was broken. We put it together yesterday, and look what Sunny has done. Are you proud of yourself? Are you, Sunny Bun? Hi, Bake. Hi, Bake. Son, my love. My love, are you proud of that? In case you're wondering, yes, Baker did just fall, but I caught him. He's fine. He's giving me kisses. I'll give him a treat just as to help calm him down. Oh, rats. So yesterday I washed all my bedding, and whenever I do that, nothing gets put back in quite the same spot. And Dax decided she really liked the setup of the pillows because they were quite fluffy and she could hide under them and tuck herself partially under the blanket. The problem is I'm sitting on my bed. And she can't get into the spot she wants to get into. So instead, she's sitting on me, just letting me know that she's not happy about this. And screaming. And this can't be comfortable. It simply can't be. I promised you guys baby footage for this. Oh, I'm sorry, Ursie. Yeah, she's the one that's easy to startle. But there's Kelpie. There's Thistle, and Ursula just took off. I'm gonna get her there, don't worry. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of baby footage. And the only other update I have for you guys is I'm gonna start Hex on some Apacatin. She's a little young for HLD, however, she has been having some trouble getting around, and Sailor was around the same age when her HLD started. She was also on the young side, and they're from the same line, so I don't think it's actually an issue with like their diet or protein. I think it's an issue with genetics. So I'm starting Hex on some Apacatin just to kind of slow down the HLD, even though she's only 2 years, 3 months old. So it is what it is, and hopefully I'll be able to make her more comfortable. So yeah, and one more shot of the babies if they'll let me. Kelpie. Hi. Beautiful. Thistle. Hello. Also beautiful. Alright, in this video we're going to do a quick update on everyone and how they are doing. First of all, Cat. She's annoying, but she's good. Alright, so the Dwarfs are in here. You can see Junimo. Look how little she is. My precious June. Oh, she can hear me talking to her. Oh, hi, Junie. I do not know where Jojo went, but she's in there somewhere. They're doing great. They adjusted to this cage a lot better than they adjusted to being in Cappy's room. I think just because this is a room they're used to and that they like. But yeah, they're doing great. All right, over here we have my grannies. So there's Warren. She's as stable as she gets. Hi. Her quality of life is still good, but you know, she's very old and she's chronically ill, so we'll just see how that goes in the future. We got back there, we have Fife, who's doing good. Honey is in the back doing good, and Hex is right there doing good. Definitely thinking HLD. Definitely thinking HLD, but that's okay. Hi, Vivi. I don't have anything more for you. Eat what you have. Over here we have Baker and the Weather Girls. Hi. They're doing pretty solid. He and Sunny had their first big tiff, but they managed to get over it themselves. I do think his favorite is Cloud, who's the one standing on the house right there. Hi, Cloud. I do think she's his favorite because they're together a lot, you know. He plays favorites. He's a bad boy that way, aren't you, Bake? I've also noticed that he's gotten a lot more affectionate with me since Barbara passed away. So, oh my God, he's got a berry. Oh my God, they're just going nuts. They're going nuts on the berries, but they're all doing solid. We have another cat. She is pukey because she's always been pukey. She's got hairballs like nobody's business, but she's also doing good. Oh, hi Jinx. All right, over here we have the group of 6. They're all doing really well. Ducky is very old at this point. She's gonna be 3 very soon. She might be 3 by the time this video comes out, but they're doing pretty solid. I think I might be able to get you to see Duck. Oh, hi Duck. Oh, baby. And there's Curdy. She recovered just fine. She's got something on her. Is that a seed? Do you got a seed on you? I think she's got a seed on her. Hello, hi. But they're all doing good. And then finally we got the Babos, the new babies. Look how tiny they are. Not really tiny though, because once I got them, it just reinforced how small my dwarfs are. I'm sorry, Kelp. That one's Kelpie. Like, ooh, that one right there, that's Kelpie. That one's Thistle. Ursula's probably hiding. Yeah, I can see her in the back. You might be able to see her tail and her butt. Yeah, there she goes. Ursie! She's in the tube hammock. Can you see her little face poking out? But yeah, Dex. But yeah, they're doing good. They're getting braver. They're getting more comfortable with me. I do think once we have them like in a big free roam setup, they'll bond with me a lot faster because that's just generally how it goes. Eventually, I'm going to put these guys with my grannies. I just don't want to do intros with Warren, so we're just going to have to see how that develops. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. All the fun stuff down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!